Hello, welcome back to Gold Rush. I'm Hitman 82. So, oh my gosh, here's an update for you. I've been working for 6 days. 6 days. And have a look. All I've done is I purchased that fuel tank, and other than buying fuel, I've spent no other money. So I'm down to $15,000. I've got 164 ounces of gold, of which it's about to tick over and I'm about to lose some. So we'll get that update. So, I'll show you where I've been digging. This episode, I don't know if I'll do a full length. We'll see how long I babble this morning. This morning here in real life, and it's been a little while since I recorded. You can see it's day 42 now. It was 36 when I last recorded. Oops, running over stakes. I just loaded the game, so it's acting up a little bit with the tracks, and all the stakes are back. So, I'm learning how to dig with this. It's a bit slower digging this way, but I've been doing it this way because I can't reach the top from down below there. Now I didn't dig over here to my right because the last wash plant load I filled from there, I got 8 ounces of gold, so I'm just not touching that. So the best gold I'm getting is right down in here. So as you can see, I've been digging, trying to keep it smooth. The wheels do smooth it down a little bit as you go. Oh, here we go. 291 processed pay dirt. Got 29 ounces this day. So that was one clean out, and like one full wash plant worth was 29 ounces, and I had to pay 8.7 on that. Okay, so we're now we paid a little more on our loan, so we could probably sell this gold and actually pay off the loan now, but we're not gonna. As far as I know, it's not going to make any difference financially if I pay off the loan now or if I wait for the full term. You pay the interest either way, as far as I know. So I'll just kind of briefly show you here how I've been loading the wash plant. So you can see it's running now, and I've got my generators moved over here where they can be easily filled. So you drive up to the plant here and dump it. Oh, I'm at 96%. Almost full. Back around a bit, and then we launch. So this is, I don't know how much slower. I'm going to run over this last stake because I'm just going to hit it anyway, so there we go. Old Arnold's yelling at me from his house. Why'd you stop running over those stakes? I come out and fix them. Every day, every time you log off, I fix them again. Yeah. Darn gold digging people. Okay, what was I saying? I lost it. What was I saying? Something important. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to dig this. It's slower going this way, but I'm trying not to. Oh, there it goes. Trying not to collapse the dirt too much because I think we do lose gold. You know what? This whole lose gold thing, I don't know. I'm not seeing any evidence of that in the way I've been digging. Either that or it's been like that every time because I've been keeping track of my cleanouts for the past, whoops, let me see here, I'm looking at my paper. Probably about the last dozen and a half cleanouts. So that's a few, and so it keeps me focused on where I'm getting the gold because I've been cleaning out every time I fill up the wash plant. I clean it out so I know and then I start a new area. Unless the yield is really good, I start a new area each time, so I know approximately what the gold, like how much gold I'm getting out of each particular spot. Except right here, obviously I don't know because I haven't dug here yet, but we're getting there. There's been enough gold around here that I suspect that this will still be good yield over here. So I wouldn't be surprised if I get probably about maybe 25 ounces of gold out of this next cleanout. But as you're running over the areas you've dug, the wheels do slowly. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. See, I have to mess with my turn here. Normally I back into that spot right there on the right. Yeah, so running over that, the wheels seem to flatten it down a little bit. Also, when I'm actually digging the road, I'm a little more careful, and I try and keep it as smooth as I can. A dozer certainly would have made this all so much more fast and easy. Oh well. $150,000. Well, it'll be 100,000 for the dozer to buy it and to ship it here, and then another 50,000 to get that upgrade slot. So, yeah, I haven't been doing too many videos just because it's been this. This is all I've been doing for 6 days of game time, is just hauling dirt with the loader, and it's boring as heck to be watching, I'm sure. I've been watching, watching videos and stuff. So I watched a movie last night. Whoa! And I think I mentioned on one of my other series, I'm not sure if I did on this one, that I've been watching Equalizer while I've been mining. Well, I watched the movie with Denzel Washington last night, Equalizer. That's pretty good. I liked it. It's still the same. He plays Robert McCall, the guy on the Equalizer. So it wasn't British. He didn't have a Jaguar, but the story is kind of the same. He's fighting for people who need help. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, so as you can see, if I'm digging, just driving down into the pit and scooping, I can fill that wash plant in about an hour real time. I think that's about 6 hours game time. I'm not sure about that, but I just can't do it because the height of the dirt was so much higher. I was having a hard time trying to dig it. Can you dig it? Oops, we're full here. All right, guess we'll shut down. We're doing a cleanout apparently. Surprise! All right, so let's fuel this before I shut it down so I can see what I'm doing. So here we are. Finally record, and it's at night. Well, that is just the way it goes. Okay, so let's shut down the upper area first, and then the lower area and lights. All right, there we go. Okay, and also I'm gonna have to go back to town again soon and sell some gold because I'm out of hydraulic hoses. I've used all of my spares. Let's get another light going here. There we go. Did I fill these buckets already? Yes, I filled these buckets with water already. See, I've got this extra hose going over here. So I've got the two. This is the water splitter, and the two go into the machines there, and then I've got an extra hose here that I use for filling these buckets. So, oh, these are down 99, 97. Why is some of it? Okay, fine. We're gonna. It's not quite full. It is at the top, but it's not in the miner mats. So you know what? We're just gonna fire it up and dump that last scoop in. We won't get all the gold, but I want everything full. This is how you get the test. Okay, get her fired up here. Dump that last scoop in and let it work through. There we go. Oh my goodness. Mr. Pedantic. Gotta have it all perfect. Alright, I see 98%. Is that gonna go to 99 on those? No, but it doesn't matter. I'm not too worried about those jigs because I don't get much yield out of those anyway. It's pretty low ratio. Alright, we'll shut this down again. So, on my controller now. I guess I'll have to switch back to keyboard and mouse. I do that a lot, switching back and forth. Okay, so let's go get our cleanout. I think today maybe we'll just do a cleanout and we'll see how our time looks. Maybe we'll go into town. The reason I'm showing a cleanout is, I've been doing this for a while, so you'll get to see at least how I'm doing this. After doing it, I don't know, a dozen and a half times, at least. So fill, I got the 5 buckets, because you need 5 buckets of water to clean out this stuff. I should buy that nuggetator at some point for doing the mining mats. Whoops, the mats up there, but I have not done so. That's money. The money, it's going so slow. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. The series has ground to a halt, and it's just because even if I'm spending all day doing this, which I can't do, I've got work to do in real life. Yeah, I'm not making very much progress here. So to get to the money I'm gonna need to purchase the land, and then I gotta grind that all over again, because of that 30% rent. That means to spend $600,000 on the land means I have to mine $900,000 worth of gold. Well, I've got enough. I can't even think about that right now. Look at that. We've got 155 ounces. So, yeah, that's what, $170,000 probably. I'm still a long way from purchasing the land. So, yeepers. I don't even know if the money's here, to be honest. Not at the rate I'm going anyway. It's taking forever. It's really grindy on herd, I'll tell you. But I don't know what I'm gonna do here to keep the series going. I'm gonna have to just record like one video a week and then go and grind for days and days, at least until I get the land purchased, and then I'll expand the wash plant. Then things will move along a little more quickly, I would hope. But it's gotten to the point it is extremely grindy now. I've got the generator going. If this was daylight, I wouldn't have those generators running. I don't even need that the water one running, but doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so these are my bread and butter buckets, these 3 that I'm doing right now. Because most of the gold, at least half of the cleanout, comes from these mats. They are the bread and the butter. Okay, so I'll get this. So I suppose I could have just zipped through this with a speedy zoom, but I didn't. Mode of practice now. When I last record a video like this, it's been a little while. Sunday maybe. Losing my touch. Didn't have to start with. Yeah, be quiet. Nobody asked you, Mr. Negative. Okay. Here we go. Last one for this bucket. And, whoops. And I'm still cleaning out the magnetite in the pails from the jigs. Not getting very much. I mean, each run through only gets about maybe 40% of a bucket. So I don't even know. Some people don't even bother because it's just not worth it. I'm starting to agree with that, to be honest. It's an extra process that isn't really worth it. It was on using the tier 2. It was definitely worth it then, but now not so much. Okay, now I could run with this bucket now, but if I do, I will forget these grates. So always put the grates back as soon as you're done. Then you won't forget. Okay, now let's get those pails under here. Get out of here. Get out here. There we go. And you too. And over we go. So now we'll plop these down. I can stick this first one in here and run it, and that hopefully will fill that bucket there with the magnetite. It's almost full. Meantime, we'll get these and bring them over. So what I do is I just run these through and then stick them over with the rest to be processed. And to be efficient, I suppose I could be running the wavetable, but I like to keep track of the numbers, so I do it this way. Oh, we're at 97%. Well, that's not quite close enough, is it? Go a little further. Okay, I'll stick this empty pail under. We'll stop this for now. Get this in here, dump it in. And we'll start this up till we hit 100. 98, 99, and 100. Okay, so now we get this one out. See how it looks different? That's the magnetite. So we've got a few magnetite pails to drop off when we go to town. Goes to show you, I do it every time I go, and it's been, remember I said one clean out does about 40% of a bucket? Well, there's 300% right there. So I've been busy. Okay, so we need to make sure I did this right. And I need another empty bucket because I just used one. This wave jet there's broken. I have to go sell that. I just haven't been up that way. I've been just grinding as fast as I can. But it is extremely slow. Okay, there's our second bucket. I'm just fussing with stuff just because. I got the time, I'm waiting anyway on this. There we go. Get that one out. Get that one in. Get this up here and dump it. Alright, so once this is done, the next thing I need to do is get those put empty pails in here. I forgot. One time I forgot. And it was just the one time, and now I remember every time. Okay, let's grab that out of there. Put the empty bucket back. Whoops. In there. Move this over here to be processed. And we need 4 more buckets. So there's 1. Oh crap. Almost landed on my buckets of pay dirt. Don't want to do that. There's 2. I'll go around this way. 3. So I do it this way. You'll see why in a moment. I imagine this is... Hope I didn't make anyone sick there with my whipping around, but I'm in a hurry. Got gold to dig. There we go. Those are done. So the next thing to do is we got to do a clean out up above. This part, you know, even if I turn the volume way down, because it's at 40% right now, and I've messed with the volume controls, this part coming up, I don't think it's even adjusted by any of the volume controls, because the noise from this is... Okay, I'll show you. Here we go. If you got your headphones up loud, you might want to turn them down, and see how loud that is? How much louder it is than everything else. I don't know why. So when I'm watching a video and I'm grinding away in the evening here working on this, I have to turn my speakers off for this part of the cleanout because it is so loud and annoying. There we go. Did I miss any? Oops. Here, turn on our little light. Nope. I think it was 4. I gotta try and keep track as well. I'm yakking away here. I forget things. It's hard to kind of do all these different things at once. I mean, I've done this a million times. Well, at least 20 times anyway, since I started this series. But it's very easy just to miss stuff if you're not paying attention. So gotta keep on going here, paying attention. Gotta get all this gold. Hey, in Scotland, a big nugget was found. Did you hear about this? In Scotland, it's just in the news today. This person was sniping in a river, which means they had a dry suit, like a diver's dry suit on. Dry suit means you won't get wet. Well, you're not supposed to get wet. Anyway, and it was laying in the river with a snorkel and a mask and found a gold nugget. Nice big nugget. Let's just dump this over here because we're going to need 5 buckets. Okay, we are at 155.9. Alright. So these 2 buckets I dumped in are from the area I just cleaned out. That's why you put 2 of them in. And that gets you almost 100%. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, what did I say I was? 154.9? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. We'll call it 155, or was it 155.9? Ah, I need to pay more. See, this is what I mean. I get yakking and I can't do like 50 things at once, or even 2 things at once apparently. So I could dump it in now, so I will. Just keep on these going. And I'm wondering, how does the game know how much gold is in this bucket? Does it just keep track of all this? I don't know. So I'm just wondering if now as I'm putting through, it just says, hey, this is the same kind of pay dirt as the last bucket that was put in, so it'll have the same. If that was the case, I should start with those miner's mats and then just keep dumping all the other pay dirt in too, but I don't think it works that way. I still can't believe I even called out what it said. I can't remember how many ounces I started with. I could pause it and look, but not fussed. Alright, we'll get this next bucket in. There we go. So there's my 5 pails, so I can start filling those, which I'll do in a moment. Yeah, I really should get a second wave table. It's a lot of money. I gotta save that money. Never mind. Need money, 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 money. Money, money, money. It's all about money, money, money. Well, it's all about the gold. Okay, we'll fill up buckets. We'll start the next bucket filling, and then grab this one. This is the hog pans. You know what? I'm gonna wait till that hits 0, and then I'll put that in. Just for that reason I was talking about. I want to make sure that it's keeping track of what buckets are what. I don't know how that works, and I haven't tested it, so what I don't want to do is lose gold. Because it's a lot of work to dig it. Can you dig it? Especially a lot of trips. It's about 100 or maybe more trips to fill the wash plant, depending on how full your scoops are. So yeah, it's not quick. So if you figure I've done, say, 18 cleanouts where I've been keeping track, and at least an hour per cleanout, like to fill it up per cleanout, that's a lot of real life time. A lot of digging. Good thing I don't have a life. Yes, I do. As soon as I'm done recording this video, I have to go out and work on my house. I got some repair work to do. The sun and rain beating at a bit of exposed wood, so I have to cover that up. Because what happens when if the wood starts to rot? That's how you get ants and termites. So I'm gonna get some cladding on that. One more scoop. We're up to 173, so we're approaching 20 ounces. These last 3 buckets are going to be the highest yield. And looks like the sun will be up. Time to go to town. There we go. That's the last of it. So I'll just wait for this wave table to finish. So I'm just going to roughly say it was 155. Not say it roughly, I mean I'm going to guess it was about 155. So, let's see what we're going to end up with. Going for 180, come on, 180. Let's go to past 180, actually. I think. Oh yeah, go. And it's going. Oh yeah, 180, there we go. Okay, so, I'll use my calculator because I can't do math on screen. About 26 ounces, so it was in the mid-20s. That's acceptable. Anything over 20 ounces I'm pretty much happy with, to be honest. Because at this point, the gold it's not flowing like it was initially, that's for sure. And I don't think it's got anything to do with digging technique or anything like that, it's just the location of the dirt that I was digging. Because initially, did I get, just looking at my notes, yeah, my first 3 cleanouts in down through here with all the stuff off the bottom here were like 40 ounces, and then I got here and it dropped. So the good dirt was right here, I think. And as you can see, where am I digging? Right here, right next to, this is where I'm getting the 20 ounces in here. So I think that's because I'm mixing some lower yield stuff from the top with the stuff that's better. So I'm guessing the good gold is right through here, right where my cursor is. So we're gonna keep digging and digging. I'm gonna stand up here and I'll just turn and look, and we can kind of get an idea of how much. So you can see here's kind of the edge of the pay dirt, and it went right along over here. So you can see I've done a bit of digging. I've moved a bit of dirt. There's still plenty more to do, but to get 600,000, oh, it's taken so long. So long. Let's get in the truck. Where's the truck? Where's my truck? It's just sitting over here. Alright, so I'm going to have to go to town. I'm gonna pause it. You know what? I'm gonna sell the gold today, just because. So I'll unpause when we get there to sell the gold. Alright, actually, before I refine the gold, I'm coming over here just to check the price. Oh, 12.32. Sell. So, I'm gonna have to save a bit. So I had what, 30 ounces. So I'm probably gonna need about. I need to keep about 15 ounces to pay for rent. assuming I'm not able to get more gold refined before midnight or before 1 a.m. Oh, I mentioned before when I order the fuel in that fuel tank and how it gets delivered. You know, the big tank that I bought. Um, you fuel it up same way you would use. You know, it's got that round circle. You know what? I'll just show you. I'll just show you. It might not be today, but when you go to fill the gold and it has that round circle, actually, it looks just like this. Like this. Only it's showing how much fuel. Okay, we want to keep 15 ounces, so 65. We'll just, that's close enough. 160. What's this? 149 and a half ounces. So yeah, and then the fuel gets delivered automatically. It just shows up. It doesn't tell you at all. And it happens. I said it was at midnight, but it's actually 1 a.m. when we get that message come up and tell us about the gold and the rent and all that stuff. That's when the fuel gets delivered as well. So you pick how much fuel you want, up to the maximum, of course, of how much the tank will hold, and then you order it, and then it shows up at 1. Yeah, it's not terribly exciting to see. So I'll show you next time I do it when I'm near there. Won't be today though, because we're not gonna have time. Okay. Oh, look at that. We're up to almost 200,000. What's the loan? So we could repay our loan now and still have 100,000 in cash. I'm not going to do that because I do not believe I've got 43 payments left. But that daily charge, I'm pretty sure you don't save any money by paying it off now. All right, let's get out of here. We're gonna head back home. Okay, so I think you know what? I think I'll show you. I'm gonna pause again, and I'll show you when I get back to the ranch. I'll show you filling up that tank, just so you see how it's done. So I'll be back in a moment again. All right, I'm back. You know what? I just realized I forgot to buy parts. I went to town and forgot to buy more hoses. So next time a hose blows, that means I have to go back to town. Oh well. So here I'm at, this is you go over to the mobile tank, see the mobile tank. It has a ladder too, you can climb up on top. Whoops. Get better to look around here. Whee! Alright, so to add more fuel to this tank, you see it's at 50% now. So when you hover over the door, it says gas station, shows the price in the corner there, so you can, so this would fill it. 1,300 gallons for 21,000. I'll just put a little less. Doesn't really matter. All right, so I'm gonna hit refuel. Yeah, that's a lie. It's not midnight. It's at 1 a.m. Okay, so there we went from 195,000. We're back down to 162,000. I'm not worried about trying to save the money right now because I cannot buy anything of any use yet, unless I start piecemealing stuff. I don't know. I'm really this plan of buying the claim now that I'm seeing how much dirt I'm gonna have to run here just to buy the claim. Like this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm gonna have to dig a lot more dirt to get to $600,000, and that's probably gonna take me another 40 real life hours of digging. And I'm starting to get a little not aggravated, but our progress here on our series has ground to a halt because the game is a big grind and I set it extra grindy. So yeah, I mean I wouldn't be surprised if I have to dig all this dirt up to here. See all this dirt in front of me here? That'll all have to be dug out, I would guess, before I can even buy this parcel. I mean, it still leaves me lots of dirt to run, but I don't know. I don't know. When I go and I spend an hour and I get 8 ounces worth because I'm digging over here, like this is right here where I got 8 ounces after an hour of digging here on this corner. I'm going to run into a few of those and I will probably skip them, which means I won't obviously dig all the dirt on the parcel. But it's going to take a long time to make that $600,000 worth it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, for $600,000, that's a down payment on Pine Valley where the gold yield is going to be significantly higher. Maybe I'll test that off screen and just test it and see how we're going here. But I know I posted, hey, what do you guys think we should do? And I agree. at the time that yeah, we'll purchase the parcel, but oh my goodness, 40 more hours of real life digging to get to that. I mean, the alternative, of course, is to cheat, and I'm not really interested in doing that, but at the same time, you're only going to get a video a week at this rate. Well, I guess, I mean, I could record more digging. Maybe I could make up miner stories, tell you about my time mining before I got to this claim. So, yeah, I suppose I could do that. All right, I'll brainstorm. I'll find some way to entertain you, I'm sure. Okay, so for those of you who are still with me here, thank you so much for joining me. And I'll try to get another video out. This one is coming out on Saturday. I'm recording it on Thursday. Um, the next one, I don't know when it will be. Uh, I do want to make some progress again before I record, so it's going to be midweek probably before the next one. Unless I start doing some stuff like showing the mining drill, for instance. So I'd have to do another cheaty game and just show you how the mining drill works. I can do stuff like that to kind of not fill in the time, but to give you something to look forward to other than one video a week, which is not going to work. So I'm going to do some brainstorming. Feel free to offer some ideas what I can do to kind of spice this up a bit. And I will see you next time. Hit that like button if you enjoy what you saw today. Many of you have been, and I really appreciate it. It's so neat to log on and see a bunch of thumbs up, honestly. And the comments, I love those comments. Keep them coming. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.